We wait for the airplane. Don't be in a hurry. Okay?
You were here in 2003.
Yes, but I don't remember it.
No, long time ago.
Yes,
more than 15 years.
Yeah. It may as well be 100 years ago.
But it's not your first time in Belgium, sir.
No. I came here with the Georgia Satellites.
Yeah.
We played in Brussels, downtown in some park. You know, I've been here a bunch of times. Yehoo's did good over here too. The other band I play with sometimes.
So Baird, how does somebody wants to become a musician? Why? Why did you do that?
You don't have a choice. You don't have.
So you're saying that you were destined?
Not destined. Forced.
Forced.
Very different. Very different.
You must explain us. Why were you forced to become?
I don't know. It's you hear it and you go, I have to do this. I have to try.
It was the only thing that you did in your life?
It was the only thing that called me.
Called me.
Yeah, I mean, I was a land surveyor. You know what I'm talking about? Lays out roads and you know, looks through the instrument, left, right. Your property's this big. For a while to make money, but as soon as I could, I stopped that.
I think a lot of people know you, like we said, from
The Sats, yeah.
From being the former, the singer front and
Yeah.
guitarist of the Satellites.
Yeah.
You were born in San Diego, so that's
Yeah, but yeah, my dad and my mom were both from Atlanta, okay? And my dad was in San Diego doing, there's a big Navy yard there. And he was working some for the Navy. He wasn't in the Navy, but it was just working for them. So we moved back to Atlanta when I was 3. I have one memory. We moved up to Seattle for a year. I don't remember that, but one thing. A big rainstorm. Washed out my bridge in the back.
Okay, and the second thing that I read about you is that you're one of the pioneers of the cowpunk and alt.
Oh, no, that would be Warner Hodges.
Yeah.
That's Warner Hodges. That's who my guitar player now. He was in Jason and the Scorchers. They
played that.
They were the pioneers of cowpunk.
How would you describe your music at this moment?
Well, I kind of just play all the things that I like.
You're not a rock music.
It's a rock and roll band still, and roll is very important. And roll is very important. It's the thing that makes the girls sway the hips.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, it's like it's not boom boom boom. That's rock music. Rock and roll goes side to side too.
Or a mix of more styles.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, there's always a piece of me in the back of my head saying, you know, would Chuck Berry okay this? You know, would, you know, somebody I really admired say, you know, you're still playing rock and roll.
Yeah.
You know, no matter, you know, and I do some ballads and stuff like that, and it's just, but it's always got a sway to it. And that's from Mauro Magellan and me playing together for that many years. We have a certain kind of sway. When AC/DC came out, everybody thought they were a rock band. But after the heavy stuff really hit, they saw that's actually a rock and roll band. Because, especially when Phil Rudd's in the band, it goes side to side too.
I think it was 13 years ago that you started with your band, the Homemade Sin.
Yeah.
Until now, almost the same band.
Yeah. Ken McMahon was in the band until I think 2007 when Warner joined.
And you switched.
Yeah. And then Keith left, and we got a guy named Mike from Sweden came, and he was with us for 2 years. Then family all of a sudden happened to him, and now we have Sean Savacool.
Which glue do you need to hold them together?
I try and make the music adventure every night. Okay? This is how, if you're doing something and you're very good at it, why shouldn't I show that off? Yeah. You know, guitar player, go. Bass player, go. Drummer, go. You know, I'm going to sing the song, give me as much as you got. Right. You know how Joni Mitchell ran her band? You know, she would have all these great players, Robin Ford and Jaco Pastorius. You don't tell those guys to not play. Yeah. You tell them to play. You know, so play.
But as well, you found time to do things with other artists, other bands.
Yeah.
I name Trent Samar, New Rock,
Yeah, we did a little bit of that.
Bobby Keys.
Yep, did a little bit of that. I miss that guy.
Do you
I
still-
miss that guy.
Yeah. Do you still have open items on your to-do list, or I name it the bucket list?
Yeah, there's a girl named Michelle Malone I want to do some dates with. You know her?
Yeah, from name, but
Yeah, she's really good. I want me and her to get together. It's like, it'd be the two best rhythm guitar players I know. So, we don't need no lead player. Screw the lead player.
but there are still things that you want,
Yes, yeah, I want to make another Chris Knight record.
because last year you had a different
I had
year.
cancer. I had leukemia, and it was okay.
At that moment, you're going to
A lot of things,
turn
but
around and
it was. But this is this disease I had is very slow moving. Okay, it started 4 years ago. I knew that it was coming, but I thought it would be in 2020. I looked at the numbers and saw, okay, I'm going to hit, where I need to get the treatment in 2020, but it whoop like that in 2018, 17. And so I had to go get the treatment. I had a very good oncologist, cancer doctor, in the States, and he told me exactly how it was going to work, and everything he said came true, right on schedule. And now I sat there and I went, well, I'm going to believe this guy. I'm going to live. I'm not going to lose my hair. I'm going to be cool. I got to take 6 months off.
now you're back.
Yeah,
Are you a different guy, different man?
a little bit.
Or do you think
No. It changes you when you go shake hands with death, and you go like, can you wait just a little while?
Yeah.
Can you wait just a while? I'm not done yet.
And he said you're.
And he said, oh, okay, you get one pass. When I come to touch you again, we'll talk about it. I don't think you're going to get another chance.
I know that you collect vintage guitars.
Now that's too much. I have some old guitars.
Yeah.
Collect is wrong.
But what? Beside that, do you have other hobbies or things that you do in free time?
Man, I play with my dog. Yeah, I know. She's a good one. Let's see. I'm usually just down in my basement. It's just I have a Pro Tools rig in my basement. While I was sick, I think I started or completely wrote 25 songs.
Oh.
And some of them are, yeah. One of them good and one of them not very good. Okay. You got the 12 best here.
Yeah.
And, but it's like every time you overwrite for a record, you write too many songs and you start cutting them out, and it's like that's when you start getting good records.
Yeah. Some questions about your album Screamer. It's not your last, but your latest album.
Yeah. It might be my last.
Hope you're, no, we
Who
don't hope
knows?
your last
Who
album.
knows this?
But why that title? Why are you screaming?
Okay. If you see up there,
Yeah.
my wife takes this picture
Yeah.
years ago, 15, 20 years ago.
Somewhere on
A little carnival.
Yeah,
a little carnival
yeah.
in town. Okay? And we were going to name it, where were we before we were so rudely interrupted? It was making fun of me getting sick, okay?
Yeah.
And I went, that's just a mouthful and it's just stupid. And it said Screamer right on it. So we just went.
It was there.
It was there. Yes, it's not an
I was
insert.
wondering, did he put the name on it?
No. It was on the picture. So I
that's
said,
why.
well, obviously that's the name of the record.
Screamer.
So my wife
Because
gets.
everybody who is in the game, he's there screaming.
Yeah. It's just like, it looks good. It was an exciting picture.
But you are not screaming for something.
No.
Okay.
No.
You did the songwriting?
I had a hand in all the songwriting, except there's a song on here, Ever Loving Mind, that Joe Blanton wrote by himself. Joe produced this and co-wrote about half the songs, maybe a little more, but he wrote all of that one himself. And I heard it and I went, Joe, you're a better singer than I am, but I can sing the song better than you can.
Okay. Normally you are a producer too.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. Not great engineer. I'm learning.
Yeah, well, it's,
I'm learning.
you have time.
Maybe.
What are the favorite songs on the album?
I don't. They're
For me, there are all songs about things. You must be happy. You must feel good.
I do feel good. I was really glad not to die. You know, when you have a chance to die,
Yeah.
and you don't, oh, you get in a good mood. You get in a good mood. It is very simple.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like sometimes life is not complicated.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's not complicated.
We made it complicated. I think so.
Yeah, I think we make it complicated if we want to. Really, the most complicated thing you have to do is make a shitty decision.
Yeah.
You know, you've got, I used to be in love with you, I'm not in love with you anymore. I have to make a shitty decision. Whether to throw away the rest of my life, and yours, really, or to break this up. It's a shitty decision. It's not complicated. It's shitty.
It's shitty.
Yeah, that's all. You know what you're going to do. You're not really, yeah. Life is not complicated. It's very, very simple.
I give you some free promotion time.
Okay.
Why should we buy the album?
It's got really good songs on it. It's really upbeat. Joe Blanton made it sound like $1 million. Screamer by Dan Baird and Homemade Sin. It's really a fun record. Is
it a different album? When you compare it with your...
it's not quite as riffy. It's a little more song-oriented than...
Song-oriented.
Yeah.
That was it.
Let's see, I'll go through. Bust Your Heart, first song. I wrote that one all by myself about Mike, who had to leave the band for family. Yeah. And I knew it was going to break his heart to leave the band. What Can I Say to Help? That was a joke I used to say. You know, I'd come up, see somebody struggling. What can I say to help? And Joe Blanton said, no, that's a song. So we wrote it together. And we wrote it from the perspective of, I'll go ahead and be political, a rich Republican. What can I say to help? You know, as long as I don't have to, get my hands dirty, long as I don't have to pay for it. What can I say to help? Yeah. Adelida is a song I wrote with Will Hogue about an imaginary woman. That it's just a sweet song. Ever Loving Mine is written by Joe, and it's a great rock and roll song. Something Better is it wants to be a very passionate song. I hope it is. It's about a time in an adult's life when you can tell your sweetheart's ready to move along, and it's hard. You Going Down is about falling in love. Charmed Life is about it's actually a song about what I think people think of me. They imagine that I'm bulletproof, that I'm some kind of star, some big deal, that nothing ever harms me or anything like. It's not true. It's just making fun of that. Then we got Up in Your Kitchen, which is about falling in love. Mr. and Ma'am is a song me and Terry wrote together. Terry Anderson makes his writing reappearance, which is why it sounds like so much fun. He wanted to write a song that was all upside down. All the words were mixed up backwards. Yeah, so if anybody is learning this song to learn English, you're going to have a very bad time in life. Let's see. Something Like Love is a song me and David Newbold wrote that Warner sings. And it's a pretty impassioned song about getting rid of somebody. You Broke It, You Bought It, another me and Terry Anderson song. We used to have a saying, you broke it, you bought it. When you go into the antique store or whatever, it's and this guy sees this girl that he runs the shop, and he sees it, and his heart's broken automatically. He knows he can't have it, but it's just, and she breaks something in the shop, and it's funny. Damn Good Problem to Have is the last song on the record, and it's probably as close to an AC/DC song as we're going to do for a while. And it's about life is good. You know, don't complain.
Okay. Thank you for the explanations.
Yes.
Yeah. Who are the young ones that must take over?
I don't know them.
Do you have
I don't know them.
favorite ones or names in your head that you say?
Aaron Lee Tashin.
Oh, never heard of him.
Okay, he's
Sorry?
from Nashville. He's from Nashville. There's guys that are around. John Latham. He's another Nashville guy you've probably never heard of, but he's very good.
He must come to Belgium.
Yeah. He's very singer-songwriter, kind of from the Bruce Springsteen style, but he's very impassioned and honest.
You're now saying that there are enough young guys.
Yeah, they'll come. They'll come. It's everybody thought it was over. I don't know how many times.
No.
But it's like, if it's good, it resonates.
Yeah.
And, it's like when the Black Keys hit. You thought there was never going to be another, but all of a sudden, bam, here's another one.
Another one.
And another one.
Compared with the Black Ape, another one.
Yeah, they come. They come. And then it gets heavy or it gets sweet, and then it goes back to being, rock and roll again.
Okay. What are your plans for the near future? New albums, new special gigs or no?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I will be shown, and I will obey. When you get shown, you obey.
Let's come.
Yeah, it comes. It comes, and you go, okay.
What did you put on the set list tonight?
There's no set list.
That's good.
No, it's always.
How do they know that they are going to play a song? You just begin, boom, boom, boom.
Sometimes, or I yell it out.
Yeah.
We don't change guitars for anything, so there's no special anything.
No.
Sometimes, if I know one that Warner has to set 3 of his pedals to make it all work.
Those songs that you have always to play, that every show, that song.
I play "Keep Your Hands" every night. I play "I Love You" period almost every night. Trying to think of. I like to play "All Over But the Crying" because people like it. I remember it from back when. There's a couple more that I'll probably play, but where they are in the set and how we play them, I hope is just a little bit different every night.
Okay, I have a last question.
Yes.
If you could do it over again, would you do it different?
Of course.
Something different?
Yeah. No. I wouldn't do something different. I'd do it different.
It different. you would be a musician?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It is. If I could be great at anything, if I could be as good a musician, okay, if I could be as good a golfer as I was a musician, okay,
then you could.
I don't know. I might do that. I don't know, but I saw this last week. Jeff Beck came to town. 75 years old. He walked out on that stage, and the hair on the back of your neck stood up, and he started playing. And you were just like, oh my God, he hadn't stopped looking.
Yeah.
He's still looking. He's still looking. Don't you ever get finished. Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic.
What did you learn about yourself during all these years?
Myself?
By being a musician, by playing your songs?
Oh. Maybe I should have learned something. That if nothing's in my way that night, and it can be the audience, the air, the monitors, my guitar, my amp, something's wrong with one of the guys in the band, anything can throw it off. But if I'm on, I have the capacity to open from here, which is the only thing worth watching. It's the only reason to come see live music is the open heart. I don't want to see a show, where the lights do the thing at the exact right moment. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to see a businessman, with long hair. That's all that is, a businessman with long hair. That's not a musician. I have a pretty hard line in the sand about that. There's a lot of people, I just don't care. It's like when you go see a crap movie. You know, it's just average. It's just like, why did they bother? You know, they took, you know, 15 euro and 2 hours away from me. You know, they didn't give me anything. Nobody put their heart on the line. And that's what I value.
Yeah.
You know, and I value it when I'm allowed to, by just circumstances.
Yeah.
You know, if nothing's in the way and I don't open up, man, I get mad at myself. If everything's right and I just drop the ball, I get so mad.
Okay. Again, that was my last question. I thank you for your time.
You bet.
And I'm sure that we're going to have a big show tonight.
I don't know.
I'm sure about it.
These are things
sure.
so far beyond it. But it's like, seriously, if the control works right, and I'm to make a sign on this, I think on the inside. No, where?
Somewhere,
There's lots of black.
whatever you wanted.